Hello, let's do the New York Times games for Thursday, August 21st. Seeing a lot of rhyming sort of words. We have la la, no no, never never, boo boo. That seems way too obvious. So we're not doing that. La La Land, wasn't that a movie? Yeah, Fantasyland? Yankee Land? No. You have Neverland, but not Never Neverland. Dreamland? Maybe. I don't see another land. I know Teletubby was like a, kids show. I never saw it. I was a little too old for that. And there was also, wasn't there the Teletubby like craze with all the little stuffed animals? Was it the Teletubbies? I'm not 100% sure. A no-no, a gaff, a flub. This is like a mistake. Is Dipsy used as a noun in that way? That doesn't seem quite right. Yankee can just obviously be the New York Yankees. But there's no other baseball teams or sports teams in here that I can think of. Well, there is a team, I think, in the WNBA called the Dream. But none of these other ones are teams. So I don't think it's the New York Yankees. Could be Yankee Doodle Dandy. But what would that go with? Are we taking yank? Like the beginning of the words? Like, the beginning of the word is a word for pulling on something. I don't see that. And what's Google doing in here? And obviously it's the search engine, but what else? There's no other like tech companies in here that I can think of. Radio tower, satellite dish, and insect, like things with things with antennas on them. Oh, don't Teletubbies have little antennas on them? Am I wrong about that, or am I right about that? I kind of feel like I'm right about that. I'm gonna go with things with antenna. All right, things with the antennae. Okay, nailed it. Took me a while, but I got there. Testing. And we still have flub, gaff, and no-no. A boo-boo. Oh, yeah, boo-boo can mean that. Like, you mess something up. I was thinking boo-boo is like an injury sort of thing. Like, you have an owie. You have a little boo-boo. But I think it can mean like just a little thing you messed up, too. So I'm going to go with this. Okay, a blunder. I mean, we still have La La Land, Dreamland, Fantasyland, if that's a thing. Is it Never Never? In Peter Pan, it's just Neverland, right? It's not Never Neverland. I don't think. I'm going to try it, I guess. Lands of the Imagination. Okay. Okay, I guess. Well, I gotta look this up. Peter Pan, Never. Yeah, it's just Neverland, right? Or is it Never Neverland? All right, Neverland is a fictional island in the works of J.M. Barrie and those based on them. The concept was first introduced as the Never Neverland. In the 1928 version, it was shortened to Neverland, the Neverland. All right. And then Google, Cheese, Yankee, and Dipsy. It's been a little while since I've had a purple that I wasn't able to figure out. Google, Cheese, Yankee, and Dipsy. Cheese, sauce, cheese, dip. They have Dipsy, though. They're not going to put cheese dip with Dipsy. I have no idea what purple is doing. Let's find out. Google Doodle. What? It was Yankee Doodle. Dipsy Doodle. Cheese Doodle. Okay, I know Cheese Doodle. I know Yankee Doodle. I don't know what Google Doodle or Dipsy Doodle is. Oh, is Google Doodle like their little, how they kind of put a fun little picture on the Google homepage? I never go to the Google homepage anymore. On the modern browsers, you can just type a search into the address bar. Like, who actually goes to the Google webpage anymore? And I have no idea what Dipsy Doodle is. All right, let's see what they give it. 2.5 out of 5. I mean, I can kind of see that. I didn't have an easy time with it, per se. I mean, the blue, I was very confident in. Blunder, I was mostly confident in. I wasn't 100% about Boo Boo. And then Lands of the Imagination, I didn't want to submit because I thought it was just Neverland. And then purple, obviously I didn't get it all. So I can see how, like, it's a little tough. Even though I got a perfect score. Alright, let's check the bot. Ooh, I'm surprised by this. 55%, 4 out of 5 difficulty. By far the biggest category is losing. Huh. I mean, if you don't know your Teletubbies, which I don't, which I really don't, but, you know, I've seen memes of them. I know Teletubbies mostly through memes of, like, they have, like, some ridiculous gifs out there if you ever want to look them up. 1 out of 100 in uniqueness. That's a little interesting considering I got purple last. I guess when everyone else is losing, not everybody, but almost half. A perfect game's going to be fairly unique, I guess. All right, so Blunder was easily the biggest category on first, followed by Dreamlands, or Lands of the Imagination, then Blue, then Purple is way behind, obviously, as usual. We'll check Ever. Ever, Yellow, Green, you know, almost the same, and then Blue and Purple with a big dip down there, and they're almost the same. So standard, typical Connections game. 15% just getting nothing. Oof, it's brutal. 15, 26, 32, 38, 42% getting green and yellow or nothing. I guess, I mean, satellite dishes, not a ton of people have satellite dishes, but you should be aware of them, right? Again, maybe it's a Teletubby thing messing them up. And of course, Yankee Doodle is a very American thing, so I wonder how that's going to pan out tomorrow. Let's see, mistakes. Putting Google in with this, I guess, which one didn't they put in? Oh, insects. Insects are the most obvious one. Well, I'd say radio tower and satellite dish. But between Teletubbies and insects, I would say insects are the more obvious one to put with antennas. I mean, Google's just a company, a website. Double word phrases, you know, I saw that, but obviously I wasn't going to submit it. It was way too obvious. But I am a little surprised that they didn't split them up, one into each category. They didn't do their usual Connections thing. Boo Boo, Flub, Gaff. Putting Dipsy instead of No, that's an interesting choice. I was much more confident in No than I was Boo Boo. So if I was going to take one of these out, I almost put Dipsy in here instead of Boo Boo. Yeah, but if I was going to take one of them out, it would be Boo Boo, definitely. Not putting Never Never Land in here and putting Dipsy. Not knowing what the fourth thing is. I'm surprised that insect, people are having problems with that. Putting Dipsy in instead of insect. I don't understand this one at all. Satellite dish, Google, Yankee, radio tower? Don't get that one at all. Kind of surprised that people don't know they're insects that have. Did people not know that insects have antennas? Or antennae, whatever you want to call them. I guess. I mean, according to those numbers, maybe it'll change once more games come in. All right, let's do the mini. Common queries informally. I'm not sure. Only 4-letter country with a Q in its name. Iraq? TV's the White Lotus? Is that right? I'm not sure about that. Something you might mark as red. Email. Late. Tardy? Filet mignon? Burnt toast has a strong one. Aroma. Only 5-letter country with a Qatar. Likely inspiration for the mythical Kraken squid. Oh, 32 seconds. That's my best time in a while. That is my best time in a while. Definitely, I think my best since I've been recording it. I got most of the acrosses. I wasn't 100% sure about White Lotus. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. So I wasn't 100% sure. FAQs. Yeah, I should have got that one. Common inquiries informally. A lot of keywords. Was there anything I didn't cover? Sly. What's this one? Sneaky Sly. Okay, yeah, I didn't catch that one at all. I think I got all the other ones. Lotus email. Yep. All right, well, I got most of the crosses right away. I think the only one I didn't get was the top one, so I just had to finish those first letters with the downs. So yeah, pretty good one. Actually, my best in a while. Okay, let's do pips. If you want to see how this game's played, watch my video from yesterday. I kind of go over it. I'm going to try and do all 3 today, just because I saw how fast the other 2 were on some other people's videos. So let's try and breeze through these. All right, so we need a 2 up here. These 2 have to add to 7, so we either need to put this one or this one up here. If we put this one up here, we need to put a 4 right here. We also need a 2 down here, and this one needs to be 9. Well, we don't have any 6s on the board, so we can't put this 2 in here like this, because we don't have a 6 to add to 9 in here. So this one has to go up top there. Oh, no, I had it spun the right way. This one has to go here. And then this has to equal 7, so it's going to be one of the 2 4s. This one has to go here. That satisfies the 2. So we need a 5 here. And we only have 1 5, so that one goes here. And then this one goes here like this. All right, 40 seconds. Let's play medium. Okay, these ones are not equal, so these ones have to all be different numbers. This one's just a 5, and this one adds to 5. How are we doing that? We're going to do the 3 1s and this 2 and a blank. Okay. Well, obviously we can't put this 5 right here because that would put a 6 here. So that doesn't work. This 5 has to go here. This one has to go in here somewhere. It can't go like this because we wouldn't be able to put one here. Also can't go like this, so it has to go here like this. And then this one has to go in here like this, I think. Or it could go up here like this. No, it couldn't, because if we put this one here, this would go here to make 5 in there, but then we'd put 5 and 6 up there and they'd have 2 5s up here. So this one has to go down here like this. And then this one goes in here vertically, and then this one, it doesn't really matter. All right, minute 10. All right, let's do the hard. Ooh, this is a big one. Oh, you know what? I've realized that I didn't move this up quite enough. Hopefully on the other 2 difficulties, there was only 2 rows, so that might be okay. I got to remember to move that up a little bit. Okay. So these 5 numbers are all equal. So we need 5 of a number in here. These 2 equal to 10. So we need either a 6 and a 4 or 2 5s. This equals 0 in here. How many zeros do we have? We have 4 zeros. No, 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This one has to be a 3. How many 3s do we have? Here's a 3. Okay, this is the only 3. And then this one has to equal 4. Well, we have a 0 here, so this one has to be 4 on its own. We have a 4 here. We have 2 4s here. Well, we can't put this one in here because these 5 all have to be equal. We don't have that many 4s out here. So it's got to be this 4. Like this. And then the rest of these have to be 1. And these all have to be 1 while this one's 0. So I'm guessing it's this one. Goes like, whoops, goes like this. Okay. And then these 2 ones have to go right here. And then the last one goes right here. All right. So now we need the 4 of these to be, the last 3 of these to be blank. So this double blank has to go here. This one has to get turned over this way and goes like this. So these are all 5s up here. Okay. Well, this 4 is going to have to go up here. It can't go vertically in that 10 cage because this obviously only adds to 8 by itself. So that one has to go in there like this. This one has to go in here like this. So we have the 5 going in this purple cage. And then this equals 10. This one's going to have to go vertically like this to get the 5 in there. And then this one goes vertically like this. All right, 217. That wasn't too bad. It was a lot faster than yesterday's. Although this one felt bigger. I'm not sure. I wonder if they change how big they are. I wonder if there's like a set thing for this. That's something I have to get used to. But obviously the key here was starting with this 3 down here. And that puts a blank down here since there was only 1 3 in the entire grid. Or in the entire set of dominoes. Did I call them dominoes? Or did I call them dice again? Yesterday I called them dice like multiple times. And then it's just figuring out how to fit all the 1s in here, and the same with the 5s up here. But once you got the 1s in there, that all kind of fell into place. If you're enjoying the videos, please leave a like, subscribe, or follow, and let me know how you did today.